Host nation Ghana hosted Guinea in the opening match of the 26th African Cup of Nations. And it was the hosts that almost went ahead in the 20th minute thanks to this Junior Agogo header, which left Kamoko Camara with absolutely no chance in the Guinea goal, saved by the woodwork. 7 minutes later, Michael Essien, the Chelsea midfielder, went close to giving the home side the lead. And then moments before half-time, it was a third time against the woodwork from Portsmouth midfielder Suleiman Muntari. Scoreless at the break, Guinea barely holding on. And finally the home side did go ahead in the 55th minute. Junior Agogo brought down by Omar Kalabane in the area. The referee from the Seychelles, Eddie Maye, not hesitating in pointing to the spot. Asamoah Gyan making no mistake from 12 yards out. A superb penalty, the first goal, but the lead was to last just 10 minutes. Omar Kalabane making amends for giving away the penalty with his own header from a Pascal Fainduno corner in the 65th minute. It looked to be enough for Guinea to earn an encouraging draw before this from Muntari. In the final minute of the match, the Portsmouth man making amends for some earlier misses with an absolutely stunning left-footed drive. Ghana looking to make it 5 African Cup of Nations wins, win 2-1.
The highlights of Ghana's last Group A game at the African Nations Cup with Morocco on www.ghana2008.tv. Now Morocco came into the final match needing a victory, and Bassir went looking for it early on with that shot that was denied by Kingdom. Muntari then had to go at the other end, the man who had scored the winner against Guinea, having another shot from distance there denied. But the goal did come, and it was scored by Michael Essien, the Chelsea man, getting on the end of Muntari's little dink, and a consummate half-volley finish. Ball did end up in the Morocco goal, but it was ruled out, though no one really knew why. Pantil, very relieved indeed. Up the other end, Muntari did get on the score sheet, his second goal of the tournament, set up by that man, Michael Essien. Half-time then, it was 2-0 to Ghana, they were well on their way. The second half continued in much the same vein. Asamoah Gyan had several chances, and the man who threatened to walk out on the tournament after threats made against him had an unlucky day again, as Essien also went for his second goal, denied brilliantly by the goalkeeper Lamagri. Owusu Abaye also tried to beat the Moroccan keeper, but Lamagri, who came in for Hahami, was having a decent game himself. Junior Agogo scored the winner against Namibia, and the English Division 2 man almost scored again here, but Lamagri wouldn't be beaten. He denied Guyan as well, but it didn't matter in the end, as Ghana booked their place as group winners in the quarter-finals.
After Guinea defeated Morocco earlier in the day, Ghana could take a huge step towards qualification for the quarter-finals of the African Cup of Nations with victory over Namibia. However, it wasn't to be the goal feast many were waiting for. Suleiman Muntari with the first effort. Asamoah Gyan going close before Quincy Owusu Abaye saw his effort saved by Athiel Mbaha. In the Namibian goal, it was to become a featured event of this first half. Ghana going close, but not getting the goal that would release the tension. The best chance perhaps falling to Asamoah Gyan, with the goal gaping, sending his volley over the top. Then finally, across from the Dutch-born Quincy Owusu Abaye, and turned home by Nottingham Forest striker Junior Agogo. Ghana had the goal they so richly sought and led at half-time by a single goal to nil, but Namibia came out blazing in the second half. Brian Brendel, the scorer against Morocco, going close, and going close again just minutes later. Hamburg-based midfielder Collins Benjamin gave the Ghana faithful another scare as the Black Stars continued to struggle up front. Left back Hans Adu Sape trying to show his side the way to goal. but it was enough for Ghana. They lead the group 1-0 winners. To the www.ghana2008.tv highlights of the first quarter-final from Ghana 2008. The Derby of Africa, Ghana taking on Nigeria, and it was the host nation that almost went ahead in the 25th minute. Asamoah Gyan, superb right-footed effort, cannoning off the outside of Austin Ajidi's post. Then, in the 34th minute, a penalty awarded by the Algerian referee Mohamed Benouza. Yakubu Ayegbeni stepping up, coolly slotting home to silence the 45,000 in the Oheni Dejan Stadium. With time running out, however, Chelsea's Michael Essien rose highest at the front post to head Ghana into the half-time break, all square at 1 apiece. It had already been an afternoon of high drama. Yakubu almost added a sensational second just 2 minutes into the second half. Richard Kingston tipping the ball over the crossbar in what would have been another contender for goal of the season. Kingston then saved his side again from a typically ferocious Tai Taiwo free kick. And then, with time running out, after the expulsion of Ghana's captain, John Mensah, Suleiman Tari somehow picked out Junior Agogo at the back post for the winning goal. It's finished here in Accra, 2-1 to www.ghana2008.tv highlights of the first semi-final from the 26th African Cup of Nations. Without suspended captain John Mensah or the injured Asamoah Gyan and Larry Kingston, it was the Black Stars that almost went ahead with that Eric Addo non-header. After 9 minutes, Cameroon carved out their first chance. Emana's effort cleared off the line after Eto'o had fouled Richard Kingston in the Ghanaian goal. Ghana controlled possession, but it was Cameroon that went closest to opening the scoring in the 20th minute through Achille Emana, and then here, 7 minutes before half-time, with a superb Jeremy Njatap free kick, which left Kingston standing. Seconds before half-time, Abedi Pele's son, Didi Ayew, had a chance to put the Black Stars in front at the break. In the second half, Ghana continued to push forward. Anthony Annan blazing just wide from a promising position. Didi Ayew then saw his effort goal-bound, cleared by a Jeremy header. And just seconds later, up the other end of the field, substitute Alain Nkong would score the only goal of the match. A superb finish after being put clear by Samuel Eto'o. Time was running out. Junior Agogo had a half chance for the home side, but there is to be no host final. Cameroon through 1-0. Highlights of the third-fourth playoff from Ghana 2008. Ghana taking on the Ivory Coast just 48 hours after these two sides were so disappointingly beaten out at the semi-final stage. It was a very relaxed yet entertaining match at the Baba Yara Stadium. Solomon Kalou had the first chance before, in the 10th minute, Suleiman Tari showed us what a sublime left foot he has, firing home goal number 3 for himself. However, after Ghana had taken an early lead, Boubacar Sanogo pulled the Ivory Coast back into it in the 24th minute, inheriting a fine Abdul Kader Keita pass, and then sliding home nicely into the far corner. Ghana continued to press, enjoying more of the possession in the first half, but couldn't get past youngster Tiase Kone in goal. And at the other end, it was soon too Didier Drogba's initial shot saved by Richard Kingston. Sanogo on hand to rather fortunately turn home the rebound. And there was still chance for Sanogo to get his hat-trick. 7 minutes before half-time, set up by Drogba, but he saw his shot come back off the crossbar. 2-1 at half-time to the Elephants. The second half was very slow in getting started before Quincy Owusu-Obeyi got his first goal for Ghana, accelerating out of the middle of the park, down the left-hand channel, and then slotting the ball home to tie the game up at 2 apiece. With 10 minutes left, Junior Agogo, the new star of Ghanaian football, the barrel-chested striker, coolly slotting home past Kone. And then in the 84th minute, Aminu Draman, the Lokomotiv Moscow man, firing from the edge of the area, an awful bounce, getting the better of Kone that time. Ghana, the host nation, finish with a medal. It's bronze. They beat the Ivory Coast 4-2.